Hello and welcome to this spotlight. Today I'm very honored to have on my left Andrey, CEO at SOFTSWISS. On my right I have Viktor, CEO at Iconic21. Welcome. Thank you for coming and joining today. I know that you came from very far, Lithuania. You very far from Malta. But guys, I'm not sure whether you're gonna start or continue laughing because I prepared something very interesting for you. So we are going to go through random questions that you will have to evaluate, pretty much judge. So here is what I prepared for you. Throughout this session, I'm going to ask you, as I said, these questions. And you will be given the opportunity to either bet on the question, meaning that you really agree with the statement I'm going to share, or you're just going to fold. But you will, of course, have to provide a rationale as to why you're betting for it or folding for it. So, Andrey, here you are. Viktor, this is yours. And let's the fun begin. All right. If you don't feel comfortable asking me asking specific questions, we can also, skip it or just fold it and it's fine. First question. Rebrands and launches are just cover for lack of innovation. Bet or fold? Okay, so who wants to start and explain to me and also the audience as to why you're folding on this question?
So I would say that rebranding doesn't mean the lack of innovation, because sometimes you just need to put the idea from the different angle. So I had a lot of example in the industry when just the idea was rethinking. Just an example, Yggdrasil, when they launched their tournament system, it was completely different way. They just gave the opportunity for the operators to launch the tournament by themselves. What happened 2 years after? Pragmatic. They just made completely different. They just launched network tournament for every operator. They just keep the operator in the middle. So, and right now, Pragmatic, it is what it is.
Yes. What's your take on the question?
Yeah, I also fold because I have a recent example with Iconic, because look, sometimes it is what you said it is, yeah. So people are trying to wrap the same product in a different package, but in a lot of cases, especially in our case, it's like when you're trying to turn around the company and to release new products, to release new business verticals, you just cannot stick with the same name, with the same colors, with the same brands, because the name we had, it was just suggesting that we're a live dealer provider. Now we're more than that, so we have 3 business verticals, we have a lot of stuff going on, so we had to, we had to point it out somehow.
Yep.
So I would agree with Andrey that it's in a lot of cases, it's not just, covering up for a bad product.
Yeah. Any more statement? We're good?
Good.
Okay, then next question. And it falls back into the fact that you have multiple products now. So I think that the next question is an interesting one. The roadmap is your biggest threat. Fold or bet?
No, I would bet on it.
Bet too.
You're betting too?
Yeah.
Okay, you were first. Go first now.
Well, roadmap, is something essential that you need to have. Yeah, and but when you look at the industry, I mean at the iGaming industry, so things are happening like super fast, and usually when you plan the roadmap, you have this, strategic session with the C level and with C-1 and deciding, oh, what are we going to do next year? Let's do this, and that. And then it goes into the product roadmap and everybody are happy, clapping their hands like, yay, we have a roadmap. But then each month, each quarter, a lot of stuff is changing in the industry, in the preference of the players, in the preference of the operators, in the regulation. Yeah, so, and even with your brilliant roadmap, if you constantly stick to it, you don't revisit it often, then you just, you fall behind. Because once you reach the end target of the roadmap in the end of the year, and you're happy with it, but you're not interesting to the industry. So basically, I would say the roadmap is an essential thing to have, but it should be super flexible and with an opportunity, to revisit it and to adapt fast. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah, that's a little bit relevant to the discussion we had before this session. It's part also of, if I may say, your personality, where you like to be agile, entrepreneurial, innovate and be creative also when I think about it.
Yeah. But if you talk to my chief product officer, he hates my creativity.
Yes. How about you, Andrey?
So I totally agree with Viktor. So I would say that most of the developer teams, they're seeking for stability in their life. And business in general, especially in our industry, it's unstable thing all the time. So if you have an opportunity, take it, do it right now, because this is the only way to be on the top of the market. So the roadmap, I just divide our company or team on different layers. So there is operational team, development teams. So it might be some stability there. It's obligatory to build stability there. But once again, in the eyes of the business, all the time, all these changes, they bring some benefits for you. They bring some challenges. So for you, being a manager, first of all, you should keep the balance between stability and instability. Roadmap is a threat for sure, but also some changes should be for sure.
Yes. Good. Ready for the next question?
Sure.
Yes. iGaming. This is an interesting one. iGaming doesn't, from my perspective, okay. iGaming doesn't need more features. It needs fewer, better ones. Bet or fold?
Tricky question.
Yeah. I mean,
can we put something in the middle?
Let's go like this. Yeah.
Let's do it.
It can be both.
Actually, no. You have to pick one or the other.
I would bet on it.
You would bet on it?
Yeah, I would bet on it.
That's a strong statement. That's good.
Let's bet.
You're gonna bet as well. Yeah. Okay, so you're copying each other this far. Yeah, you
don't
want to disagree.
Just to be on the safe side.
I need to find a tricky question for the two of you to have this argument. But
the first question explains everything. The attitude.
It's true. It's true. So, would you like to argue the question then?
It's a tricky question, to be honest. Once again, I would say that the industry needs features itself. So no matter of the number of the features, their quality, it's like a progress, evolution. Everyone should bring something new to the industry, because right now we're living in the ecosystem where everyone copies everyone. So that's the truth. You can't disagree with that. But I'm looking from the perspective of the evolution. So more features, more new things in the industry, so something like that. Viktor?
Yeah, I would agree on that, but just with one let's call it twist. Yeah. So what I think is that the industry is so colorful. Yeah. So you have a lot of sparkling stuff and stars and fires and
Yes,
whatever. Yeah.
a lot.
And when you see a release of a new slot or a new game or a new whatever, it's always like, oh, we have these and those new features, but it ends up that these are not new features. As Andrey said, it's just a copycat stuff. So if you have a slot with 3 winning lines, cool. But when someone says we're releasing a new slot with new features and it ends up with 5 winning lines and they call it a new feature, this is like, come on.
Yeah.
This is, So I would agree with this statement and with what Andrey said, that industry needs new features, which might be taken from other industries as well. But industry also needs more creative minds, to create more qualitative features. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like, same shit, but from a different angle.
Uh-huh. I like the point that you're mentioning about looking into other industries. What are some of the other industries you would look into then to get inspiration for new features, if any feature is needed?
What I would look at is, let's say, I don't know, the sweeps industry. Yeah. So let's take this one for example. So I'm gonna avoid talking about the sweep and social casinos, etc. But the main point is that so people thought, seen that they can, get, I don't know, a free hamburger from McDonald's if they buy a sweep ticket, they can exchange it with a hamburger, and they implemented it into the industry. So this is a very cool example of creative thinking and taking stuff from other industries. Or you can look at I don't know, the automotive industry, for example. Yeah. So each year you get cars with more features, but the features are not the same. They're like more quality features. Yeah. So like, let's say, I don't know, 10 years ago you didn't have heating seats. Now you have them.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, this kind of stuff.
That's a good one. I'm thinking about also phones, maybe. When you think about
phones,
like how many new features has Apple?
Yeah, but how many of them are you using?
Good.
That's the point about having too many features, but less qualitative.
That's
features.
a good one. Yeah, that's good. Good argument there. Good. Thanks, guys. Okay, next question. Ready? The biggest risk to your company is already inside it.
I would definitely bet on this, for sure.
Oh, we have, a disagreement there. Okay, so, if you don't mind going ahead, Andrey.
Partially, I agree with Viktor, with bet on it.
Yes.
But once again, the risks are coming not only inside, both inside and outside.
Okay.
The only thing that why I would bet on it is that with the proper team, you will manage to define these risks inside, which are coming outside, first of all. But once again, it's a balance. There are a lot of risks not only inside your team, maybe someone forgets something and make it not in a proper way, but I partially would bet on it because the team is the main factor, how to define the risk outside of the company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Viktor?
Yeah, so that is, basically the point is, what I'm thinking is that with all the outside threats and risks that you have for the company, yeah, so it can be, I don't know, clients, regulation, wars, climate change, whatever. If you don't have the team inside the company that is willing to overcome obstacles, that is willing to work during the weekends, that is willing to leave the company. Like it's like it's what we discussed earlier. There's no work-life balance. Yeah,
Indeed.
there is work in life. So
Yes.
If your team is not breathing the company, is not caring about it, like it's their own. I mean, it's probably hard to do in a company with 2,000 people, but when the company is smaller, then the threat is inside the company, because when you have people who are passive, who are there to come and to work from 9 to 6, and that's it, I'm switching off my phone, I'm not reading the chat. Now, guys, we're in 24/7 business.
Yes.
So that when it becomes a threat.
Yeah, it's the mindset that we were talking about a little bit earlier before
Absolutely.
this session, really.
Yeah, but the important thing is, and I think Andrey would agree with me, is for the leadership, to set an example.
Yes.
So in my case, for example, I have all the chats with all the activity going on with the players playing, etc. and so on. So and actually the floor staff that are in the studio, they can see my involvement.
Yes.
That I'm reading the messages, I'm involved, I'm taking part in the investigations or whatever. So that's very important. Otherwise, it's not gonna work.
That's really inspiring because you're leading by example. I know that we earlier we had a coffee together and you were telling me that before you came to Malta you were on about to take the flight and I mean, if I may say it, your wife was really surprised that at 4:30 a.m. you were already responding to your team. So it seems that you're very involved in the business with a great level of passion.
Sometimes even more than my team wants me to, but yeah.
That's good. All right, good. So I'm glad we had a disagreement, but agreement and somehow. So it seems like you're on the same page, guys. Good. Okay, next question. This is a good one. Well, they're all good pretty much, but I like these questions to be honest. But okay, your people already know what's broken. They are just not telling you. You're betting on this one.
I'm a dreamer, so I would fold on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who wants to jump on the argument first?
That's me.
Okay, let's go.
So, as I understood this question, my answer is going to be the following. Talk to people, first of all, because people knows everything inside your company. So if you're ignoring the feedback on different stuff in the company, that's the only way to fall. Once again, I had a lot of cases inside a company. So when you're building the culture where everything is open, where people are not afraid to talk to you, even if you're a big boss in the company, you're just very straightforward. You're talking normally without all this high-level view that you're so big boss.
Get an appointment with my secretary.
Yeah. Just avoid any obstacles in your communication. So people should be very open and brave enough to talk about bad things in the company, and that's the only way how to be the best.
But given the size of the company, how do you inspire your team to do this? Because maybe the challenges are at the very bottom of the chain, and for that to come to you and you make a decision upon something that's really happening at the bottom. How do you set this up in a structured way within your organization so that information comes to you?
It's quite tricky when you have in the company 2,000 people. But first of all, it's coming from the culture. I believe that's the only way to build proper culture inside company, when people are not afraid to talk. That's the main thing. The second thing is maybe to have some procedures. I do a lot of micromanaging, but I've heard a very bad example, how to call it, deep dive. It means that you're going deep, talking to people, what is going on, to check some tasks and everything, but not blaming them, not to punish them about bad things, to talk to them, maybe to advise them. And that's the only way how to make these health checks inside the big company.
Yeah.
Be everywhere. So being a leader is very tough thing. You have to look at the things 360 degrees. Once again, that's the only way how to check and control everything.
Yeah. Good. How about you, Viktor?
Yeah, so I what do you call it? I voted fold.
You voted fold, yes.
So I voted fold because of one thing. Yeah. So as it said, I'm a dreamer, and I do believe that my team, if anything is broken, yeah, or about to get broken, they will tell me about it. Yeah. So they're not gonna hide it. And this is because I believe that the culture, as Andrey said, in the company that we are building is totally open. Yeah. So that's a great point that Andrey mentioned. So the culture is totally open, so you can contact any of the employees, can contact anyone from the C-level, me as well, with any kind of question, issue, whatever. So that's why I believe that if something is broken or going to get broken, the people not just gonna sweep it under the rug.
Yes.
So that's why I voted fold.
Yes. Is it your HR experience that's speaking there a little bit as well, given that you were doing that before, and maybe you like it seems to me, though I just met you a few hours ago and maybe also a bit before, but it seems to me that you are a very that you like human touch, human connections.
No, I hate people. I'm joking. No, look, I would say that it's an overall experience, yeah, and HR definitely is helping, but during the years, through the whole career, I mean, you learn that communication with people, with any kind of people, even with those that are not, you don't have the chemistry with, is super important. Yeah, and as Andrey said, if you don't communicate, you don't know what's going on. Yeah, I had if we have like 30 seconds, I have a very interesting story to tell. Yeah, so when I was working for a major oil and gas company, so I'm not from iGaming, I mean, I've been in the iGaming for the last 5 years, but before that, I had different career paths. So, and I got a team to manage, and the team was, how should I put it gently? It was a disaster. Yeah. It was a team of 5 people, different age, different interests, different even psychological state, of people. And my manager at the time, so she told me, just fire them all and hire new people. But it would have been the easy solution. Yeah, but I do believe that before you do that, you need to try and find the key to each one. Yeah. So what I did is I actually spent like a couple of months under the threat that I'm gonna get fired because I'm not getting any results. Yeah. But I found keys to all of these people. One of them we had to let go because of certain things, and well, she just didn't have the ability to learn. But then we started giving results as a team.
That's good.
Yeah. So I do believe that essentially you can find a key to any employee. If you don't, then I mean you just release them. But it is what it is.
I find that very inspiring because I don't know. You have children as well?
Yeah.
So sometimes, if I may say it this way, everyone has a specific talent that needs to be identified. And if I just to share about my kids, I have 2 kids that are completely different. One has one talent for one thing, and another one has another talent for another thing. And so building your team and really being able to spot the strength of these individuals can actually allow you to build a strong team.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah. The only difference is that you don't yell like crazy at your teammates.
No. Oh. Good. Ready for the next question? Yes? if disruption doesn't start at the top, it won't happen at all. Wow, this is nice. I like that. Okay, so Andrey, please go ahead.
Well, once again, this question is about C-level or top manager responsibility. So these guys, they are the only guys who can control and should control everything in the company. So be an example, provide the care about the people and everything. So if something is broken on the high level, so it's going down from the top till even just a random person inside the company.
Yes, this highlights the responsibility that you have on your shoulders.
Yeah. Because if you want to be C-level manager, you should take responsibility, first of all. Unfortunately, this is a big problem sometimes when I see people who wants to be not C-level, but M-level. Sometimes their managers do not explain properly what they are going to do, what's their responsibility, what's the role is meaning in general. And I would say this is a big problem, not only for our industry, everywhere. Because as we talked before, you should live 24 hours with the same attitude that you have responsibility, not only because your position. You have responsibility for the whole company, for the staff, for their salaries, for their families and everything. So it means something.
Yeah, it's a beautiful answer that you gave there. You sharing the fact that you taking full ownership of this responsibility is massive. What's your take on what argument would you add?
I would absolutely agree with Andrey on that. Just to add one thing, so I actually sometimes see disruption as a positive thing. Yeah, and this is, to bring in positive disruption as a C-level is also part of the responsibility. Yeah, because sometimes the middle management is the evil of the company. That's what I call it. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Because you have people like they're good professionals. Yeah, so no questions there. But they're like, we're used to do it this way, and we're gonna do it this way. Yeah, and you as a C-level manager, so one of your responsibilities to keep up making the company successful is to come and say, guys, no, we're not gonna do it this way. Yeah, because you can see further, like 1, 2, 3 years, and if you'll continue doing something the way you used to do, then you're just gonna become Nokia or something like that.
Yes.
So sometimes disruption is positive, and sometimes it should be the responsibility of the C-level team to bring the disruption into the company and to make the middle management, start thinking about stuff and how to do it in a different way or not to do it at all. Because it's super convenient when you're a middle management, you almost have no responsibility, and you're like, we're cool with that.
Yes. Do you sometimes have people within your teams in the middle management that also bring positive disruption that you could pay attention to, or would you say that really it generally comes from the top down and then you driving the boat?
A lot of them.
Yes.
It's continue all the time. You should fix something. So it's
good.
No, we don't have a lot of them because we don't have this many people in the company, but we have some of them. Yeah. For example, the new name of the company came from the top, from the bottom up.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So everyone's involved.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Next question. If you can't name your company's current blind spot, you are in one.
I would bet on it, but I won't name any now.
Good. You don't have to argue further. It's if you don't want to name any blind spot, it's fine. You keep it for yourself for strategic reasons, probably. Yeah. Good. Next one. Your next competitors isn't even in the same industry. So do you have competitors that are outside this industry?
For now, no. For now, no.
For now, no?
Yeah. but I would bet on it.
You would bet on it.
I would bet on it as well.
Please explain.
So we are like, we're live casino and casino games provider, yeah. But when you actually look at the industry and all the games that we have in the industry from other providers, not only from us, the mechanics, these are casino mechanics, yeah. So from all times, yeah. But the games themselves, a lot of them are now coming from the gaming industry.
Yes.
And I don't mean the iGaming, yeah. I mean the gaming, the PlayStation, consoles, and computers and that stuff, yeah. So this is in terms of the game. So you now can see the slots graphics. You can see the RNG games. So the RNG games, a lot of them are now based on passing different levels, getting progress, etc., and so on. So this is something that came from a different industry, yeah.
Yes.
So where is the guarantee that the same gaming industry will not come up with a product that will attract casino players to switch there? Yeah?
Yes.
If they add some kind of a rewarding twist for the games being played, because if you look, for example, now for the GTA 6 that is supposed to come out next year.
Yes.
There is like thousands of features inside where you can stay inside the game, even earn real money, yeah.
Yes.
So this is one. If you look at the live casino industry, yeah, I would say that in a couple of years, VR can be a huge disruptor to the classic products as we see them now, yeah. These days, VR, I don't think it's a threat because the glasses, they're too big, too heavy. The technology is not there yet.
Yes.
It's expensive, etc., and so on. But also the mobile phones that we talked before. It was something that was this big with this kind of battery, and it wasn't affordable for everybody. Now everyone has a cell phone.
Indeed.
So the same thing can happen with VR, and when the technology is there, so the classic live casino game that you see now from your desktop or mobile, it's not going to be the same.
Yes.
So this is why I would bet on it, and we always need to keep an eye on different industries, to see that we don't fall behind with the roadmap.
Yes, indeed. Andrey?
Okay, I would say not only behalf of the gaming supply, I would answer on behalf of the whole industry in general. So we're still living in the very conservative, but still young industry. So, and look at the United States, look at the operator sites in general. We see that still very old-fashioned brands, they're using the same acquisition channels and everything. Look at the United States, Disney, they're also interested to enter this market. And I would say that in a perspective 5 years, 7 years, we'll see a different mixture. The first thing, if you keep the audience, you have audience, you can convert it to the gambling. All these sports TV channels in Germany and everything, they're also trying to enter this market by using existing tools like sport betting, casino site and everything. Because if you have audience, you can convert it to the casino, betting and everything. So this is the only point, but much more will be very soon. I believe that in a perspective of 3-5 years, we will see new big players.
New big players coming from outside?
From outside, yes, sure.
Yes.
Netflix, why not? Why not?
Explain with Netflix.
I would agree to that one.
I like what you're mentioning with Netflix because of their partnership with Microsoft and the games.
I wouldn't say, because the main idea is if you're a big brand, you have an audience. You have an audience. So, and the winner will be who have the biggest audience in the world.
Yes.
So at casino, at sports betting, you have decent volumes.
Yeah, I would add to it. Yeah, so basically, what's the main idea of gambling? It's not about earning money. Yeah, it's not about getting the big wins. It's about getting the entertainment and
Yes.
the endorphin flowing, you know. So this is the main thing. And all these guys like Netflix and others who have like huge audience.
Yes.
Again, there is no need for them to add, I don't know, casino on the TV, but they can add something similar to a casino, which gives you more entertainment than just watching a movie, and gets the endorphin flowing, and then you attract the audience. Yeah.
Yes.
I would say that a good recent example of this kind of thing is Polymarket and Kalshi.
Yeah.
It's not betting, it's not casino. It's something that gives a platform for people to argue about stuff,
Yes.
which is entertaining. And if they win the argument, then they get the happiness flowing in.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Okay. Next question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you call loyalty might just be a habit. So really, are the players just loyal because it's a habit, or they're loyal because they have some sort of relation to the brand? Oh. Viktor.
Look, I don't think that players can be loyal to the brand. Yeah, I'll explain why. Because from the point of view of a games provider, so the player that is entering a casino website to play, they want to play blackjack, they want to play roulette, they want to play baccarat, they want to play whatever, but they have in mind a certain game which they want to play.
Yes.
Or it can be a game show or whatever, yeah? But they don't enter the casino website thinking, I want to play Iconic 21, or I want to play Pragmatic, or I want to play Yggdrasil, yeah? They're entering the website with an idea, I want to play blackjack, I want to play slot, I want to play whatever. And this reflects actually, for the game provider, it's crucial to have the positioning.
Yes.
Yeah? Why? Because when player wants to play, they just click on the first 3 rows. If it's mobile, first 2 rows. You don't scroll.
Yes.
You don't look for an 8th row to find an Iconic 21 game. You don't do that. So that's why I think it's more of a habit than a loyalty to a brand. They can be loyal to a B2C brand, yes. But again, depends on the payouts, on the verification,
Sure.
on the KYC, and a lot of other stuff, and especially on the bonuses.
Yes, indeed, indeed. It's a good point. It's a good argument to make there. I saw different things. It's not up to me to make my point of view on this, but what you're arguing makes a lot of sense. From what I understand, there are some, we were talking about the games, right?
Yeah, yeah.
People sometimes just come to play a game, like, I don't know.
There are exceptions.
Yeah.
Aviator. It's an exception.
Yes, indeed, indeed. What's your take on this, Andrey?
Look, loyalty in general, it doesn't mean the habit. Why? Because there are something behind this idea, this loyalty. It's always some benefits for the player, for the customer, all the time. So it's quality of the customer support, speed of the withdrawals, and all the stuff. So it means that this loyalty, it was a result not only because of the good branding, name,
Yes.
or bright colors of the website and all the stuff. It's also associated with something valuable for the player. So that's my answer.
Yes. All right. So for the sake of this conversation, to make it very simple, I mean, my take on, one of those things that the gaming companies do is, if you look at, let's say, Iconic, you might have different games, etc. Some B2B companies have already, tried to push some specific games, right? And the way I look at them is that, okay, they could be the equivalent of Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
right? And then under the umbrella of Coca-Cola, you would have Sprite, Fanta, and the likes, and then these being specific games. And I've seen a sort of a trend at the moment where some of those suppliers are really looking into pushing specific games as if they are the umbrella, that being Coca-Cola, and then they go for specific games, right? What's your take on it?
Look, I think that even as a B2B provider, so what we do is when we develop something new, so we put the player in the center, and we're always thinking what the player needs, what the player wants, and we want to make the game as much fun and exciting for the player as it can be, And what you're saying, I would say that the marketing which B2B companies are applying now is it has changed. So before that, most of the marketing was coming from the B2C side. But now also the B2B companies, they're taking a certain game and they promoting it to the players. So that's actually when I joined Iconic 21, I said what we need to do is to have the B2B, B2C marketing. So in the end of the day, the main target audience is the player.
Indeed.
So not only to develop the games for the player, but we also need to show to the players that we have those games. So come and play our games.
Yes. Do you see that trend as well?
So if we're talking, it depends. It depends on the scale of the company, their strategy itself. Yes, big companies like Evolution, they do it. They put a lot of slot supplies under their umbrella because they have their own strategy. I can disclose what it is directly, but I know and really understand what they're doing. If we're talking of the company's smaller scale, I would say stay with your own brand right now. Develop, get the audience. That's the only way how to survive in this market right now. It would be very difficult to compete big whales like Evolution, Pragmatic, but once again, you're trying to find your own spot in this big ocean of the sharks and whales.
Yes. Okay, good. Makes sense. Thanks. Next question. Oh, that's one that you're gonna like. I know because we keeps on, the question. I mean, through the conversation, it comes across more and more. So, innovation dies in the comfort zone. Like, are you too comfortable? I mean, can you reach a point where you're too comfortable to actually stop innovation?
I'll bet on it. Yeah,
I'll bet as well.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Look, again, I take the company really really personal. So then there's the family, then there's the company, then there's everything else. But when I'm not doing something new, when I'm not going somewhere or not traveling or not discovering new things, I get bored. So I do believe that it's the same thing with the company. So but when you're not innovating or trying to innovate or trying to experiment, even with when you're taking the stuff that already work and you twist it a bit, it's still an innovation. Then the company, it's getting to a swamp and it eventually it can die. Innovation is, I think it's critical for everything, not only for business.
Yes. And it comes back to maybe a point we were mentioning earlier, right, where you took the big responsibility of being CEOs and really driving things from the top down. I think maybe it takes a certain personality to have a role like yours to really keep going and have this sort of character trait that really pushes for innovation, or so.
And
to your point,
twist of craziness.
That and probably, but also that pushes also the boundaries beyond boredom, because you were saying that you get bored.
Yeah.
I'm just mentioning this because I'm a person who gets bored very quickly. I need to do things, otherwise it's
Yeah.
you know, and I think it takes a personality to or a specific character to do this. So that's my argument on this. But anyways, coming back to the root of the question.
Look, I would say that something new is not coming from the top of the company all the time. So it should go from the bottom of the company, from the developers, product owners, all these guys who really do not care about strategic things and all. They see the market, they see functionality, so they can share their ideas. And the main obstacle here is the culture. Once again, getting back to the previous answers, if you build the culture of innovation inside the company, maintain it, grow it, not trying to control it or say what to do. I really do not believe that C-level managers sometimes can make something new. It's very difficult because all the time you're in the space. You're looking about new markets, strategic things, costs, revenue, more things connected with the money and business itself.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about, new bonus system, new functionality, new microservices and all the stuff, you are not available to see all the things inside the team, the code and everything. That's why being a manager for you, first of all, the only way to build ecosystem and the culture for the innovations, and people will bring you the ideas.
That's good. Did you know about, or do you remember about the Google 10%? Have you heard of it?
Please remind.
So the Google 10% was really very much, I think it's 10 or 20, I forgot. But Google really wanted to push the innovation from within as well. And so they were giving 10% of people's time to do whatever they wanted to do from an innovation perspective. And, that's just something that just got triggered in my mind when you were mentioning those things, because it's really giving, the possibility for your internal team to have time to think outside the box and then come up with innovation. I mean,
it's difficult.
I know. But that's what Google could afford back then, so they were giving that time, and it was very inspiring. Many organizations wanted to do the same, but it's not easy.
Yeah, but important thing that innovation, it should be business essential.
Yeah.
It should be just innovation for innovation.
Yeah.
It's like in this meme, who are we? We are CEOs. What do we want? We want AI. Why do we want AI? Because we want AI.
Yes.
So, So this is super important. Yeah, you can't get carried away with ideas and let's do AI, but do AI for what?
You need to stick to the roadmap.
to the flexible roadmap. Yeah.
Good. Okay, next question, guys. Your brand is not what you say, it's what they screenshot. Yes?
Yeah.
Tell me. Andrey?
Maybe we'll touch some personalities. Once again, getting back to the industry in general, there are a lot of marketing and PR in our industry in general. So, and sometimes people are pretending they have something, some functionality, some stuff. It's the best one, but reality is completely different. So, the only thing that proves your positions in the market in your customers. Your customers, what they're saying, what they're blaming for, and everything what we can read in mass media, it's doesn't worth something. That's my opinion on these things. I really like to talk to our customers because they only judge for us.
Yes, makes sense.
Yeah, I would agree to that, and one comment on that when we work with your guys, so the most important thing is that we don't get an impression that it's a huge company, because everything is solved like this you know.
Yes.
And they're super open-minded to different kind of new stuff. Yeah. So how do the young people say, like, kudos on this?
Yeah.
When it comes to us, it's pretty straightforward, yeah, because our product is the first thing and the last thing that the player see.
Yes.
So, you know, when we get a screenshot, like with the dealer with the finger up his nose, it's like you can tell people as much as you want that we have the most professional dealers and we're the best in the field, but finger in the nose tells everything.
Yes,
you know?
indeed. Okay, next question. We're coming back to AI. If AI is your only idea, you don't have one.
Yeah, I would agree to that. I don't even need to show
Bet 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Viktor, you want to go first?
Look, I see AI first of all as a technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as a magic wand. It's not a Harry Potter movie. Yeah, it's a technology which has live people behind it. So we're not at the stage of Skynet and the Terminator yet with an AI, but which means that when you as a company declare I use AI for everything, most probably you won't be able to describe for what exactly do you use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we do explore opportunities with AI. We use it for certain stuff. But again, I think the technology is on a super early stage. I love using ChatGPT as a user, yeah, but when you double check the answers, it can get messy, you know.
Yes.
So AI for the sake of AI is a no-go.
Good. Interesting point.
Yeah, I agree
You
with
seem to
Viktor.
agree. Yeah.
I totally agree with Viktor because look, it's a huge trend right now nowadays, and people blindly following it just to make everything possible. We have an AI, to state that we have an AI. But what's the reason? Still, I do not see a lot of cases, practical cases, to use AI, unfortunately, because once again, as Viktor said, it's a young technology, but the potential is huge. The potential is huge, and we will see it maybe in 3-5 years. Because using AI in general, so what we're discovering right now at SOFTSWISS, to use internal ChatGPT, look, because you have a lot of data, with dashboards, it's a operational level, you can control volume of the bets, volume of the GGR and everything, but if you want in a big company to check something immediately, you have some idea and how to check it. And if you collect all the data, use ChatGPT inside your company, you will make a decision immediately. And I do believe that for C-level managers, it's going to be a huge tool to push business forward very soon. But right now, the market is not ready, unfortunately, because once again, the technology is too costly. It's too costly. No, not a lot of companies can afford this right now. But we will see it very soon.
So, but do you have a sort of a task force or people watching it closely within your organization, to make sure that you don't miss the opportunity to leverage it in the future if it comes across? Same.
Once again, just push innovations. So we are just trying to collect people who are really interested in this field and giving them the opportunity to make decisions regarding all this stuff.
That's good. But you're using it a little bit. At the moment.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Good. I'm not judging, I'm just saying, acknowledging. Oh, speaking of which, your best idea is probably stuck in the middle of management.
Same, yeah.
Andrey?
Once again, getting back to the previous answers. Talk to people, talk to your staff. So, it's going to be disaster when you're building vertical structure in the company, especially the scale we are. You will be going around the circle, same processes, same attitude, and the things will be still old-fashioned. If you need something new, you need to talk to people, to young generation, because once again, everyone has bright ideas.
Yes.
You never know. even some guy who is making some simple tasks, he can look at the things completely different way. So that's why I really believe in people, in the idea and the culture that do not trying to punish them, to hide their opinions and everything.
Do you have a sort of a knowledge sharing enablement within your company?
Yes, sure,
Yeah?
sure. We're trying to make some ecosystem for the same positions in different businesses because of Swiss. It's several different businesses inside under the same brand and umbrella, and we're trying to keep them connected, to share the knowledge, to share the understanding. We also bet a lot in communication between business and tech because we see it's a huge gap nowadays, especially if you just too overwhelmed by different tasks and technology. Anyway, you should talk to business, realize what is going on, what is next step. It's very useful.
Good.
That's a great point, because I now realize that every business meeting, when we need to make a business decision, I don't know, in terms of new markets, new game verticals or whatever, the tech team and the product team are always there. They're always at the meetings, so we all can be on the same page. And to elaborate on what Andrey said is, in terms of talking to people, getting new ideas. Yeah, this is super important. But also, what is important, as I said before, sometimes middle management, it's the evil of the company. Yeah, but even if you get the new idea rolling, and you give a task to the middle management, it still can die there, because they're too comfortable. They don't want to do shit.
Yeah.
They just want to relax. And new ideas, new things to do while working over it, no. So this is also the part where new ideas can die within the middle management.
Yes. Makes sense. Unless it comes from them?
Even if it comes from them sometimes,
Yeah. Because they see that the task is too heavy for them to take?
Because there are people who are like, oh, I have an idea, let's do this. And everybody, yeah, so you're the project manager for this idea now. Oh, no, I don't want to.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. Good. Next question. Being first to market means nothing if you're the last to adapt. Adopt, yeah.
Bet, for sure, bet. Once again, this is everything about flexibility, about pace and speed for the changes. It's only the matter of time when you lose your position if you're not ready to adapt different things. So that's why look 360 degrees, look what is going on. Read mass media, talk to people, talk to the industry, because a lot of things there, even going without our understanding, because you're not available to look at everything, to talk to everyone, to see the latest news, to listen maybe latest rumors on the market and everything. So that's why it's only the question when you lose your position in the market, if you're too slowly, not flexible enough.
Yeah, that is pretty much what, coming back to the example of looking into what the gaming industry does and these type of things.
Yeah, I agree with Andrey. I mean, it's like going back to the roadmap. You can have the roadmap, but if you don't adapt it, then you just stay behind.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, good. Next question. This was fairly simple. You do not need more data. You need better questions.
Bet.
Yeah, definitely.
Bet. Viktor?
During my whole schooling life and university, I hated math. I hated numbers. I just was, it was like, unless the professor was like had a very interesting way of introducing the subject. Otherwise, it was like, okay, it's cold outside, I'm gonna go to the math lesson. Yeah. So, but nowadays, 70% of the time, all I see is numbers, reports.
Yes.
Yeah. But having too much of this data just can prevent you from making the right decisions, because you cannot concentrate on what's important. Yeah.
Good point.
So it is super important to have the right data in place that you need in order to make strategic decisions. Yeah, at least on the C level. Yeah. Other levels it can be more data. Yeah, but on the C level, I don't know. I have like 4 reports that I look into, and if I need more, then either I dig deeper myself or just ask one of the guys to to dig deeper and to bring more data up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, totally agree. So let's divide it. On operational level, you should have enough data because you making some tasks, see the volumes of the business and everything. But don't forget about human relationship, first of all. Talk to people once again, talk to the industry. I would say that sometimes it's bring you in the very strange position if you rely only on data without this human approach. Once again, our industry is very closed. People, the only way to get this information to talk to people, I do not know how you can with the data get some rumors and everything. It's not possible for sure. So that's why data isn't enough for the success in the end of the day.
Now, speaking about data, do you get you get data that matters, sometimes too much data, etc. But do you get all the data you want? Because some of the conversations I've had, and Pierre was one of the people who actually mentioned that one of the challenges that suppliers have is that they don't sometimes have access to the data that the operators have when it comes to how people interact with the games, etc.
Yeah. That's a problem for sure, because each of the chain of the industry, they're sitting on different kind of information. So affiliation, they see their side, partially the operator side, a partially of affiliation, and supplier same way.
Yeah.
So that's a problem to make a proper decision. But once again, I see for the past 5 years that the number of different metrics, KPIs, and everything is growing each year.
So are you getting closer to the data you need, or you still need some specifics at the moment?
In the end of the day, it all comes to GGR.
Yeah.
But in terms of the data, so Andrey has a good point. Yeah, but so definitely we don't see all the data. Yeah, but what we do have is we have enough data to make the decisions for our products. This is number one. And number two, we have enough data to make suggestions or to alert the clients that something is happening or could happen.
It's a good point. For sure, it's a good point. Wow. Once again, the question itself, the data doesn't mean everything.
Yeah.
Look at the Stripe and the data.
Yeah.
Did the company appear only on the basis of data? No. It's everything about some ideas in which you are believing in. So that's very tricky question, because sometimes if you're saying on behalf of the entrepreneur, I wouldn't say that they have data at all.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what is important is that almost every week we implement into the system new data triggers. You know, because of the players, because they always come up with some creative things how to cheat the system, how to cheat the game, how to cheat the operator. So we're always implementing some new triggers that gonna show us that this is actually not an honest player.
Yes.
But people are so creative, you wouldn't believe it. I mean, I can tell you a couple of stories off the record, but
that's good. Would love to. Yes. Good. All right. So, last question. This is the last question. I'm sorry, guys. So, disruption sounds exciting until it's your turn. Meaning, is your team ready to let go of what worked?
No, I would fold on it.
I'll bet on it.
Andrey, go for it.
No, in terms of the team, I would bet on it as well.
Yeah.
In terms of personality, I would fold.
Okay, so argue. Andrey first?
Okay.
You have both sides. So.
Okay. Okay, so in terms of the team, yeah, I definitely would bet on it because,
Yeah.
as I said before, when you come to people and you tell them you need to change this, or let's adjust the roadmap, or let's I don't know, adjust something in the workflow or whatever. You can get a response like, yeah, let's do it, but with a sad face. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
When it comes to myself, again, I get bored super fast. So
Yeah.
I think for me, disruption is good. Even though sometimes I don't accept it at the beginning, but then eventually when I accept that, okay, I need to change this, and that, I feel pretty happy about it, yeah. It's like we had a coffee earlier, and
Yes.
and you've seen my wife who was taking notes on
Yes.
where to go in Malta,
Yes,
yeah, and my
yes.
plan was to go to the pool.
Yes.
So now I'm
sorry about this.
no. It's all good. So now I'm disrupted.
Yes.
That I'm not gonna go to the pool, but I need to go to see the stuff, in Malta, the 3 cities and things.
Yes.
But in the end of the day, I'm gonna be happy, because
Yes.
I saw some new stuff. My wife is happy, and happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be a happier person in the end of the day. And if I just go and lay by the pool, it's I'm gonna get bored.
Yeah, exactly, indeed. Oh, you're gonna start working on
Yeah,
your phone,
exactly.
This is it.
Yes,
Yes, no,
yes.
that's not something she wants, I think.
Yeah.
No.
And that's not something I want. But
Exactly.
I just don't realize it at the moment when she's taking notes.
Yes, so she's protecting you. That's good. Good. How about you, Andrey?
Well, I would say that disruption is a good measure of the team's maturity, first of all. So, because sometimes bad things, they're not so bad in general. The maturity of the team means that people should make decisions by their own. Because, look, we should treat our personnel like kids, but not like toddlers, like
Yes.
teenagers. So, and the only way for the managers in general, not C-level and M-levels, to teach them how to make the decisions. Otherwise, we will have a lot of troubles. Everything will be out of control. And the people should make decision to change something inside the company. That they see a trigger that something is going wrong, take responsibility.
Yes.
Once again, it's very silly, very usual answer, but what's the main measure for the quality of the manager in general?
Yes.
It's his decisions. Is it good or is it bad?
Good. Well, this ends this session, but I have another question to ask you, Andrey. What are you gonna do this afternoon? You gonna go to the swimming pool or you gonna work?
I'm gonna work. Yeah.
You're gonna work. What's today?
Sunday.
Okay, good. I just wanted to bring this one up.
But
This is it.
it's Sundays and sunny day, not as in
This is
a
it.
weekend.
Good.
No.
Are you gonna work inside or outside of the pool?
I had such an experience.
That's good.
No, it's not boring. It's not when you meet your colleagues. We are like friends. We are talking about something. 80% about business, 20% about some personal stuff. But once again, it's not astonishing. I like it, and most of the stuff they like the way we are doing business. It's personal. It's not bad.
Oh, I just wanted to point this out because that's part of your personality, and it comes back to what it is that being a leader is about, like, and driving all this. I mean, we spoke about your traveling and responding to your team at 4:30 in the morning, and then you working on Sunday when when the weather is beautiful in Malta, but it's pretty much every day beautiful. So
Look, but the important thing is that we are not forcing ourselves to do this. Yeah?
Yes, indeed. And I mean, look, it was an easy decision for us to come here on a Sunday and have this beautiful conversation. So thank you very much for joining us today and playing this fun bet game. Hopefully we'll have another session. I wish you a beautiful work day or chill day, and whatever you call it.
Thank you for the kind words.
And a nice trip to the 3 cities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for
Thank you.
following us. Thank you. Bye-bye.